Okay, fine. So what I'm expecting from you is just the basic core Python, and rest all I will cover, right? So this is the curriculum. But where is the, yeah. So I
I
just
have a quick question, Sasmitha.
yeah, I'll answer your question. Just let me, this is for everyone. So from your module, right? Python basics till here. So this is what I'm expecting you to know, right? To be very specific. So Python basics, data structure updated, like mostly list, tuple, set, dictionary. Data structure in Python basics, variable, and then functions, operators, conditional statements, right? And how you will learn, you can take my recording. If you want, I can share the link with everyone today so you can go through it. But otherwise, if you, there are a lot of resources online available for Python. You can learn from anywhere, but learn these topics, right? And you can also take my recording. Durga sir's recordings are also there. So from anywhere you can learn. But this is something which I'm expecting you to know. From my syllabus starts from this, right? Pandas, which we will start from tomorrow. Today, we'll just discuss about the installation part. I'll just give a quick brief about these two topics. And once this is done, installation is done, we'll move to Panda. So from here, my topic started. And I think plot NumPy is not there, but NumPy I will also cover. I forgot to mention. After module 2 Pandas, there is another module called NumPy, which will discuss. These are Python packages related to data science. So I will cover. So I'll also discuss about Plotly, which is another package. And we will discuss about object and class concept, package concept when we will go to the section, like when we will go to the modeling section, right? Deployment part. Okay, yeah, I'm good. So if you have any doubt, you can ask. Any
So, Sasmitha,
yeah.
this is Ramindra here. I
Yeah.
just want to understand, like, see, in market, right, we see data science, we see, the AI, ML, and generative AI, right? So what is the difference, like, between this difference, these courses? Audible?
How many projects will be covering in the course? Are there any projects and any certifications will be provided? Then
Okay, the person whom I removed is my student actually. So he joined with my name and now pinging me. Anyway, yeah. Uh, just give me 1 minute. Karan. Give me 1 minute. There is some link issue. 1 second. Okay. So, I think you are asking me something, right?
Yes, Sasmitha. So I was trying to ask, like, what is the difference of this data science and the AML, which you'll be doing as part of this curriculum?
Yeah, that question is there. Another question about project somebody asked, right? Real time. Nikat, who asked me?
Yeah, I asked.
Yeah. I'll answer both, right? So first, with respect to the project. So if you see here, I discussed about the timing, right? So, I mostly like whenever we join, mostly in the weekend, so you'll see that there's a lab session. So for every module we have project. These all are like not machine learning modules. So in this module we will do data visualization project. But when we go to machine learning, after completing machine learning, you can see customer segmentation using clustering algorithm, clustering techniques. Like this, every algorithm we will have few projects. So in total we will have 4 to 5 projects. End to end we will deploy one. I'm not going to deploy all the 4 projects because deployment is not free. It is paid, right? And the same process. So whenever you do one project deployment, the rest all you can do yourself because completely same code. You will get a template and which you can reuse. So deployment is pretty straightforward, right? Once you have done it for one project, any other project you can do it using the same code. That's why except deployment till model validation, all the 4 projects we will do, but one project we will see end to end, starting with model collection till data collection till model deployment. Right. So to answer your query, yes, we have projects. And there is a CV preparation video, which is around 3 hours, which you will get. You can get like how you will convert these projects into your domain. That part I have explained in that video, right? So if you have any queries after watching the video, maybe you can also ask me in the class. Why I'm saying, because converting these projects to your domain specific project is a challenging task. And you have to showcase some of the work that you have done, right? Before you apply for any data science position, they will check, do you have any prior experience? So that is the hardest part. And I think to give you some guideline, I have prepared that video, which will help you, right?
Sure, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah. So with respect to different terms, like what is data science, what is Gen AI and all that, I think I can write and explain or so
Ma'am,
basically,
is this
yeah.
a full stack course?
See, it is actually a full stack course because you can name it. So, okay, let me write it down. So there is a lot of confusion. Full stack also, I have only started the term, and after that, I have only taken 2-3 years full stack data science course, and then because I have included ops and other modules, now I think you can call it full stack, you can call it MLOps, or you can call it AI engineer, right? So the thing is, you can give any fancy name. What really matters is what is the content that you are getting in return. So what you're getting in return here is obviously machine learning is one of the major part. Along with machine learning, you will be getting, let me first talk about the first course. So this is a combination of 2 courses, right? MLOps and Gen AI. So both of this will make you a full stack. So what do you mean by full stack? Full stack means a person who can handle projects end to end, right? Means what? Any variety, and it's not like only semi-structured data, like structured data, SQL kind of table manipulation. No, not like that. Any kind of data, batch data, streaming data, right? Any volume of data, any small data, big data, any variety of data, unstructured data, semi-structured, text, audio, video, and then CSV, Excel, and then SQL, any kind of data you can handle. So that's one thing. And once you have handled the data, you should have a knowledge, maybe any visualization tool where you can find out insights from the historical data that we call descriptive analytics. Means what? You have already the historical data and you're finding insights. Now, once the descriptive analytics is done, then the predictive analytics will start, right? So predictive analytics means, okay, this is what happened in the past, what will happen in the future. That to predict that you need machine learning, deep learning knowledge. So you can use either machine learning, deep learning, or both. And the idea is use everything and take the best out of it and use that as your final model to predict. Predict means for future you are predicting. Based on the training, the machine will understand the patterns from the historical data and it will project same patterns will like be based on input. You will from the model you will get the output, right? Basically, the model will understand your data in a mathematical term. Now that is something called modeling. After modeling, we will have validation, right? You will test your model, how accurate it is. And once everything is done, you will go for the deployment part. Deployment also you have to do. That's why it is full stack, right? If you're not a full stack data scientist, let's say you don't know how to handle, let's say, text data. If I give you text data, you don't know how to handle. If I give you video or image data, you cannot handle, right? Let's say you don't know how to deploy. You know how to model, but you don't know really how to deploy. So you're not a complete full stack data scientist. It was not that the concept of full stack, because the domain is so vast, companies were not expecting one single person to be master in both deployment as well as modeling. But the concept of full stack is emerging or trending right now because of ChatGPT and other tools where the entire coding is automated. Nowadays we're just thinking what to do. And if you take subscription 4.0 and if you use multi-model model like Gemini, you just take a screenshot of your data and post it and write what you want, and complete code will be generated in maybe less than 1 minute, right? And that is up to, I mean, if you think and write, sometime I feel like the model is writing code in a better way than what I should write. I will be writing, right? So it's better than human writing, and you all will agree. The code that is generated by Charge, especially for Python, right? I think it's more than what we will be able to write. So that's the reason the full stack. So the companies are thinking, okay, this person, what this person will do, right? The code is already automated. Just tell and the code is ready. And companies are also giving Copilot license, GitHub Copilot, Microsoft Copilot. So this license helps engineers to automate the coding task. Now, only thing is you need to, then why can't you a full stack? That's the question. If you have everything. So I think that's the reason nowadays, if you look at the JD, it's like from here, from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, everything they want, right? If you look at the JD, I think, I mean, it's hard to get even single profile whose profile is 100% matching with the JD. So if it is 60-70% matching, you're a very good fit. They ask everything, right? They want generative AI, they want deep learning, machine learning, full stack means they want deployment, everything. So I think you got a complete idea. So my take on this is, don't fall for the fancy names. Now, name is there, name will change. It is so rapidly evolving domain. I think you cannot focus your learning in terms of a role, especially in AI, right? For example, before 2-3 years, data science and data engineering was a completely different domain, right? Data engineering means data engineering, data science means data science. Now, in just 2 years of time, after these GPTs and all came into picture, data engineers, you all will agree with me, data engineers are expected to know at least basics about ML, machine learning, isn't it? At least basics. If you don't know anything about ML and statistics, it's hard to survive. Similarly, data engineers who are like totally into coding, model building, they are expected today to know at least some intermediate knowledge of deployment. If you will tell, every day I get a call from many good, starting from Microsoft to startups to service-based companies, different organization. I have like HR. I have a talk. So what they ask me first thing is, have you deployed? What is your role? So that's a very common question. So data scientists nowadays, they are expected to know more about deployment. So that's why I think these two are getting narrower, and one person who can deal with everything. And AI is automating AI. So that's the reason I think don't fall for role. Many people will tell you different roles. I think if you know the concept, you will fit into all the roles. That is what I believe. You learn the concept, you learn the tools, you learn the techniques that will help you to build AI solution. My goal is let's say you think yourself as a product manager, right? If you will build a AI product today, think like this and then learn. If you have to build a AI product today from scratch, what all things that you need to learn, and you are not dependent on anyone. Nobody is going to help you. Just the client will give you data, and from data you need to create a complete application. So that's how, if you think, then you will find not only data science, engineering skills are equally important as data science today. Data science is, yes, modeling is important, model. So getting this combination is it's a deadly combination. Very, very rare people you will find in industry have both skills. Engineers, they are poor data scientists. Data scientists, they are poor engineers. If you are a very good engineer as well as a very good data scientist, I know which is a very vast syllabus, and it is not so easy to master. Yes, it will take time, but once you are master at it, it's not that difficult also. Once you are master at it, I think easily you can crack any interviews. You will fit for MLOps. If you know both, you will fit for data science, right? You will fit for AI engineer. I know many of the people will think, okay, why all the roles are different, but still I'm saying they are same, because the band, like there is a very thin layer of difference. I I don't know when that thin layer of difference will merge. Uh, the way the AI is progressing, maybe in future, if it is uh, not AI, let's say if it is AGI, artificial general intelligence, if the model is more and more smarter, I think now it's already going in that direction. I mean, we are building agents. Agents means robots, which will work like humans. So you can create a complete virtual startup using AI agent. One agent can be a software developer. I had attended one of the conference where I have seen one demo. A complete virtual startup has been created. One agent was a software developer, and another agent was a tester, right? Just you give a picture, and I want to develop this app, this front end. So the software developer has created the code, right? And the tester has tested the code. And then I think the complete code has been, another agent is there who will push your code to GitHub. So this entire thing has been automated. So we are in this generation. So I think it's very narrow to say, I will learn this, I will not learn that, I will learn this. Don't be choosy, right? So that was there, but that is not. So, I mean, it's very easy to get confused, but this is how it is. So there is a very thin, narrow line. Yes, there is a difference. If you ask me, yes, there is a difference. Mostly the MLOps and AI engineer, they expect 60-40. 60 means 60 engineering and 40 data science. If you are going with machine learning engineer or basically data scientists, they're expecting 70-30, like 70% core and 30% into deployment. If you're going with Gen AI engineer, they're expecting you to be expert in data science, like 80-20, 80% core research data scientist plus 20% deployment. Because anywhere, any Gen AI also you need to deploy somewhere, right? So there are roles and there are differences, but it is very thin, 60-40, 80-20. We don't know when that will become 50-50. I mean, it's very confusing. You are getting what I'm saying? So many companies has different types of mindset. Few company want, okay, I want to find, like, I will hire different professionals. One person will deploy and maintain. One person will basically basically create the models. Some company startups, they want to give little high pay, and they want to, let's say somebody who has both knowledge, they will pay 60 and they'll hire one instead of two. But bigger companies, they have money, so they will hire 40-42, one data scientist and one data engineer. So it's always a thin line. So my what I have learned is AI plus engineering, both you need to learn in today's world. Without one, other is incomplete, right? I talked so much, but I think this helps everyone. Why I talked so much? Because in when you apply for jobs, you will see a lot of roles: MLOps, ML engineer, AI engineer, data scientist. As I said, yes, there is a difference. It's not like all the roles are same, because if all the roles are same, why the name is different, right? There is a difference, but very, very thin difference. Maybe 20-30% things are different, but 60-70% are same. Here also you need to learn ML. Are you getting? Something is more in some part and something is less in the other. But ultimately, if you check the tool set, mostly they are asking AI plus engineering both. Okay.
So with this course, so what is the openings or profile we are fit for?
You are mostly fit for the data science and Gen AI profile, but again, the ops part is also covered.
Okay.
So yeah, you can call yourself as a complete. It is a mostly data science oriented course. It's a very technical. It's not a complete engineering course where ML is just a small part. No, it has large part of ML and DL and small part of ops. If your intention is completely into ML engineering or MLOps, then I think you need to learn Kubernetes. Docker we are covering, but some other DevOps tool you can learn, right? But
Ansible also required, right?
sorry,
Ansible.
see
And
in ML it's a different flow than DevOps. So in DevOps you have a software and you are maintaining. In MLOps you are maintaining the model, right? The machine learning model, and model is very volatile. It's very unpredictable. So let's say something happened, let's say some external factor, let's say you have predicted something, and let's say you have predicted gold price, and some terrorist attack happened and entire gold price in Dubai, let's say the entire gold price, whatever you have predicted, is gone. So your framework entire, like starting with collection till model testing, again you need to redo. So
okay.
that's difficult it is. It's not like one time and gone. Very often you need to maintain it. Maintain in the sense, it's not like, okay, it is failed and I will fix it. No, you are answerable. That is the complex and challenging part. You are answerable means, see, understand the impact. In a website, let's say one button instead of green, you have made yellow, right? Okay, fine. That change you have to do. But what about the priority? Maybe, 1 day or 2 day or 3 days, okay. But you are building a credit card fraud detection model and the model is not working. And the bank's credit card frauds are not getting detected. How important it is? Are you getting? Can you wait for 5, 6, 7 days? Can the bank wait for 10 days for you to build the model and test? No, immediately. And if you don't have ops in place, let's say somebody has leaked bank data and they have done something on it. And because of that, the entire model is, data distribution itself is changed overnight. And complete model is gone. So yesterday it was working, today it is not working, and you have 2-3 hours of time. That's the reason this ops plays a very important role. And that's the reason companies are now understanding only good model will not help. Only good, today it is working, like how fast you can rebuild. That also is important. Without ops, you cannot make it super fast.
Okay.
So
So do we need to know about backend and front end technologies also? Because model we are creating,
no,
right?
no. Backend and front end, see, that is a different category. So you can create Streamlit app or basically some just to POC kind of front end, but the front end part is a full stack web development. They will do it. So
Okay.
they will, yeah. But model, you are responsible, right?
Model, I thought it's same like application only. Is it different from application? Model is different. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, sorry. Can you go ahead? Yeah.
I thought model means it's a kind of application only. I thought front end application only. Is it
Okay.
different from applications?
Yeah. So more about that you will learn when you go to the concepts, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions? I think, yeah. So I think
Yes, I have one question regarding fees. Just I
Yeah.
want to know about the fees. So just why 27, not 25 or not 30?
No, it is 27, 20 plus 7. 20 is the MLOps and 7 is the GenAI. But yeah, so GenAI, we have stopped the live class, right? It is recorded and out clearing because of timing problem. It is completely packed. But let's see if there is a good registration in GenAI, so then I can take the weekend. If it is MLOps, then maybe, sorry, weekdays, if it is MLOps, once it is completed, we can start the GenAI. But I will suggest GenAI course. Um, I think it's second level. So first you what I'm saying is if you directly start learning, it is fine. If you have some background, you can understand. To a level you can go. But if you don't have fundamentals clear, after that level you cannot move further. Means what? For example, you, let's say, don't know anything and you started from GenAI. Absolutely fine, you can understand everything because that course is also from scratch, and from day one I will be teaching deep learning there. So because it is from scratch, you will understand all the deep learning models and everything, and then you will go with building the GenAI stack and everything. But when it comes to fine tuning and other things, you might be little confused. You can understand 80 to 90%. 10% you might little get confused because you don't know how to validate your models. A lot of the techniques which is there in MLOps. Are you getting? So this is 90% you can understand, 10% still you will have that doubt. To understand the 10%, some basics from MLOps is needed. So I will suggest step by step. And yes, GenAI is the next big thing that is happening, but it's still, if you ask me today, it is just, it is important, but I feel like it is very much hype. Every company is investing in GenAI, but the return ROI is very less today. And most of the projects are still very good in traditional simple ML and DL algorithm we can directly implement if it is tabular data, right? If it is unstructured data, text and video, yes, GenAI we can go with. So what I can tell you is both are important. How you want to take it, it's up to you, how you will decide. But the price, if you're asking 20 plus 7, 27 it is.
And GenAI classes will be live or self-paced?
So GenAI class will be live, but again, we need to discuss about the timing when you want to start, parallelly or one after another, right? So I have currently one batch running, so I don't have time for GenAI live. Now I can take GenAI class after this mid of September, we can start new batch, right? For GenAI. So it will be weekend, and on let's decide the timing based on the audience, right?
8 a.m.
Yeah. But
And
now
Hey,
there is an AI class. Why? Because there is already a batch running and the time is like already occupied. Evening I'm taking their batch, and morning I think we have MLOps class. So there is no time availability, but I think we can, and also you need some time, right? First you learn machine learning and then you go to GenAI. It will be easy for you. Even though there is a completely different thing that you will learn, which is not machine learning, but deep learning. But modeling is one small part of a project. So as I discussed, data collection, data pre-processing, modeling, validation, and deployment. So only modeling will be different because you will actually not do any modeling. You will use pre-trained model. But what about validation, right? What about deployment? There also you have to deploy. There also you have to validate, test. So those all things will be very clear here. So you take one by one MLOps and then GenAI. You can enroll at once, but we can start the batch September, mid of September, right?
Okay.
Sashmita, Kiran here. I have two questions. The
Yeah.
first one is, since the GenAI course was parked, right? Is it possible to convert into full to this course also? I was there in that the weekend batches, but those classes were not happening.
Yes. So
Right.
the problem with the GenAI is the strength. So I normally don't take class if the strength is less than 10.
I got your point. No, I got your concern. My question is, can I convert here? Like, no, I
Yes,
don't know if you want
that's
to
what
discuss
I'm.
personal. Mhm.
Yeah. So Gen AI class we will continue on weekend, right?
Okay. No, I mean, my point is I just want to convert into full course, right?
Yeah, you can connect with me, Kiran. You
Okay,
can
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, and another question, if I hear it clearly, the previous question was not answerable. I think he was asking about the Ansible, which is infra as a code deployment tool.
So see, honestly speaking, this ops side, if you want to become expert, I will suggest you to see, this is very specific to ML. Okay. So when it is a ML, we have tools like ML flow, which is not used anywhere except MLOps, right? I think it is not at all used in DevOps. But see why I am saying MLOps, ML flow. If you look at the tool, you will understand. In ML flow, we need to create this kind of thing, right? For example, let's say we are tracking the I don't have the code, otherwise I would have shown you. So we have to track the parameters. So we will do hyper parameter tuning, which is very specific to ML. You will not do that in DevOps. So in hyperparameter, we will execute or we will train the model for hours and hours, sometimes days. And if you have seen this LLM, it will train for months. And there will be 100, 200, 500, 10,000, 1,000, 5,000 kind of runs. Out of that, you will select the best model. This is a completely separate thing. I don't think any front-end application, if you build, these all things are needed. So that's why we have ML flow, which is all in one. So which will track your model parameters, it will track, it will register the logs. Along with that, it will also store your model in pickle format. And we need that model. When we create endpoint inference, we will not train it again because training is costly, right? We will train it once, save it, and whenever we need, we will load it and predict. So, I mean, for different things. So ML flow will solve 80% of your basically the operation part, and then the 30% will be solved using Docker. Once you have containerized it, all the dependencies, everything you have packaged, so you take it to anywhere. So now it is in my VS code, right? It is local to me. If I will, like, basically these are the dependencies, you install this, you install that. So everything, once I have Dockerized, I can take it to any platform, Azure or GCP or AWS, and I can deploy. So that is the basically, I think this is more than sufficient, but as I said, DevOps is very vast. You can add more and more and more tools, but is it really needed, right? If you ask me,
No, I got you. No, I
yeah,
got you.
yeah. So maybe if you have different containers, then maybe Kubernetes is something which we are skipping, you can learn. But I don't think except Kubernetes, Docker, and MLflow and cloud platform, you need any other tool. If you go to cloud, there are also a lot of auto ML packages are there, like automated. You have seen SageMaker, you see GCP Vertex AI, you will be amazed. So complete AI is automated there. So I mean, just 10, 15 lines of code you will write and it will be deployed. So that's how it is. Obviously, you need version control. I'm assuming everybody knows about it. That's why I have not included. So where you will store your GitHub, you can store GitHub and all. Now you can ask me one question. So why I need to learn machine ML flow? I can anyway understand my versioning code and everything in Git and GitHub. Then my reply will be, okay, you can store your code in Git and GitHub and you can do the version control. But what about the data? Today, the client has shared some data and tomorrow they have refreshed in data mart. They have not updated us and we have used the old data and built the model and the model is not working and they are blaming us why the model is not working. They are showing some other data. I have used some other data. So now there is a difference in the data. That also you need to maintain. Data versioning also equally important as code versioning. What about the model versioning? Today you have model version 1. Tomorrow it's not working. You want to enhance version 2. And after using 6 months, the client wants version 1 back. So you need to maintain the model version also. Let's say a new joinee joined your company. He wants to improve the model, but he wants to know what is the current model accuracy. What about the parameters? You need to basically track the parameters also and accuracy also. So there are a lot of complexity in short. And I think that's the reason the tools are built accordingly. So we don't only track model, and that you cannot store in GitHub, right? You know the space issue. Data is not MB, it is in GB. Sometimes it is in peta. When I was working with Paytm, it was in petabyte. 75 crore Indians record. Every record was having 8,000 plus columns, right? We were storing in Google BigQuery, right? So I think you understand the point. The point is how you will store those kind of data. GitHub, Git, nothing will work.
No, got it. Yeah.
You have a different stack that you have to learn. It's, I mean, there are some similarity, but there are a lot of differences in DevOps and MLOps. I will suggest you focus more on AI and learn whatever is mandatory from ops, right? Because AI is the cream and
For version control, do you have any course, madam?
Git and GitHub you can learn, but I don't cover here. Yeah.
Yeah. Any course you suggest? I mean, from DurgaSoft, if it is free, I can go through.
I really don't know, is there any course which is free in DurgaSoft, but I think Git and GitHub easily available YouTube videos. Please go and learn. Code with Harry, in 1 hour he has explained nicely, and there are a lot of YouTube videos on Git and GitHub.
Can you please repeat code?
Code with Harry. So
Code with
he
Harry.
teaches Python very nicely, and I think he has a video I have seen long back. 1 hour Git and GitHub. I think he has explained very nicely. And one more person is there. I'll share his video maybe. For beginner, it is very fine because from very scratch, using examples to a very expert level, everything about Git and GitHub he has explained in 1 hour. I'll share that link. I forgot. He's a very young guy. I forgot his. Yeah. So Krishna, yes, I think his videos are amazing, but especially I'm talking about Git and GitHub. So I have not sure whether he has any GitHub recording. If yes, then go through. I think there are 100 of tutorials available. Git and Git. Yeah. Can go through from
Is there
anywhere.
any WhatsApp group, madam, for our class?
Yes, we will create next Monday. Once the link is changed, we'll create a WhatsApp group.
Also,
And I
provide the link, access for Google Drive of all the recordings of yours.
Yes, I will. I will share with everyone, right?
Can we ping our mail ID or?
No, I will share the link. You can directly access. Let me do that now. I think the core Python recordings, it is available for everyone. I think this is the folder. Let me check whether everything is there. I think this is not the complete folder. I will share the updated one, the latest one. I think this is 2020. So because of space, we delete after 1 year, right? So I think materials you can download, videos you can watch till 1 year. And I think it is 6 months, right? DurgaSoft said, but you can ping me.
Yes,
I will share with you another 6 months.
okay, madam.
Also, I have this space issue. So every folder you can see it is 12 GB, it is 100 GB. I have taken, so everything is full. So we have to delete eventually. So that's the problem. Here also 94 GB. So that's the problem of space. Otherwise, I could have given you lifetime access, but the space problem is there. Anyway, so I think you can take it for 6 months, and then once it is done, these are the topics: list, tuple, set, dictionary, and it's a very like 5 to 6 hour core Python. I think very easy topics. See, these all are the topics, right? Nothing much. This is what I'm expecting. Rest all I will cover. See, software installation, Jupyter, you can skip like variable data types, function operators, loops, followed by data structure, list, tuple, set, dictionary. This is what I want. Rest all I will cover. So if you spend 3-4 days time, every day 1 hour, easily you can cover everything. And if you are very much beginner, completely non-technical, have never done programming, I will suggest along with this recording, please go through some beginner level Python class recording. Maybe
you have told that complimentarily they are
Durga
providing access.
So once your enrollment is done, you will log into the website using your email ID and you will get access. Durga sir will give. Ask for access, you will get it. Right?
Okay.
Okay. So I think,
Just now you,
yeah.
yeah, ma'am. Just now you said you can give the lifetime access, right? In that case, can we create one more Gmail ID for this batch so that we'll be having, access for throughout, like whenever we get any doubts, we can just go through the videos and it will be helpful if you provide the lifetime access for this batch, only for this batch. So,
Every batch will have a different folder.
but
Every
you said that due to space issues, you are deleting videos, right? So can we plan for, for this batch lifetime?
yes,
So that
I'm not getting. So you're asking your batch should have a separate folder?
or else in Gmail we can create a Gmail account so that we'll get 15 GB, right? I think that will be sufficient for all the videos.
No,
15 GB.
that is fine. I will manage the space thing. So that is my problem. I will handle it. But you will have a separate, like separate. Every batch is separate. We don't merge batches, same folder because your recording is different, right? So you can see it is like this. I think where it is. This is not my folder. So you'll get folders. So this is one, right? So you will get folders like this. So this is one. So you will get a completely separate folder for your
Then,
batch. It
the
is
concern
completely
is
different.
the concern is can we get the lifetime access for all these classes? Because sometimes
Because, yeah, so it is, I think, long duration. 6 months, 1 year is a very long duration. And you can ping me anytime you lose your access and you need to go through some videos. You can ping me. We will have a WhatsApp group and maybe I'll add you to the recent folder, right?
okay,
But after
understood.
6,
Thank you.
Ma'am, are we covering Kubernetes or Docker?
Docker we are covering. Kubernetes, most of the application in the AI applications are so complex. One, we don't handle multiple containers. I have not actually till now. So every application can be packaged inside one container. So there is yes, you can learn, but keep it at the last. Like once you have understood all the important modules, like once you are because in the interview also nobody is going to ask you about Kubernetes. I can give you in writings, but people will ask you about MLflow, Docker, GCP, and also machine learning. These are mandatory. I mean, if you can't answer machine learning, deep learning question, you will be rejected. These are the mandatory things. So I will tell you to learn Kubernetes, but at the last, once you have completed everything. If you're asking in this course, are we covering? The answer is no, because of rare usage in real time. So we are sticking with Docker. We are not going with Kubernetes, but you can learn as an extra thing. But once you complete all of these mandatory things, right?
And one more thing you have mentioned about Spark course. What is that Spark? I have no idea about Spark.
Spark is a big data course. That is again, if you want, you can take only the recordings. I cannot take the live batch for Spark because of time constraint, right?
Yeah.
Currently I'm taking the batch. You can, once the batch is over, like end of this month, the recordings will be available. You can take the recordings. It is with the latest Spark version. Spark and Kafka. Okay. So I think I can share the curriculum for Spark also. I think it is there in the course content, but let me see if everything is there. Otherwise,
Please share the link for Python course.
Yes. Python course link I will share. But if you're completely non-technical, go with Durga Source. If you are a little bit technical, go with my course. Non-technical means non-programmer. Technical, all are technical only, but non-programming experience means go with Durga sir. He will teach from scratch and everything slowly, one by one. But some basic background if you have, like Java, C++, anything you have done, very basic also if you know, then I think my recording will be to the point, right? Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's connect from tomorrow onwards, and we will not talk tomorrow onwards. We will start with pandas, and I'll give you a quick overview about installation part, right? And then we'll start with pandas.
Ma'am, can you share the curriculum and that link for Python videos link? Can you share it today?
So what is the prerequisite to join this course? Honestly speaking, every module is independent. There is no prerequisite except some basics about Python. So when you connect tomorrow, you will, I'm sure 100% everyone will understand. So you feel it, you join and understand. So every course is new, right? What prerequisite? Machine learning you have never learned. So obviously you will learn from scratch. There is no dependency. You need to learn the maths and then you need to implement it in real-time projects. Deep learning is new, right? The visualization package pandas is new. The deployment stack is new. So everything is new for everyone. So the prerequisite is basic programming. Like if you have some basic knowledge, that's the prerequisite. Otherwise, there is absolutely no dependency, right, on any other course to take this course.
Python basics will be starting from tomorrow.
I'll give you a brief about basics tomorrow and I'll give you access to my video to everyone.
Yeah,
Right?
sure.
Yeah. And we have this weekend coming, so you can go through that.
Hello.
Yeah.
Just to clarify, because I know in the beginning there was some going back and forth conversation regarding whether or not if you're going to cover the GenAI. So for this curriculum, is it include? So are you covering? So you covering the MLOPS and then the GenAI, right? Is that correct?
So for GenAI, I will tell you, I'm starting a US specific batch for GenAI. There are already 15 people enrolled. I'll tell you about the timing. It might not be through this, but I will update you once the WhatsApp group, but it will start very soon. Only GenAI, that course is only GenAI. And again, it is a very vast course. Okay, let's do one thing. Tomorrow when you all connect, I'll give you a brief about GenAI codes. Is that okay for everyone? So complete curriculum I'll take you through and you will get an idea. But this month, it's not possible. It will start from September 7th or 10th onwards. And it will be timing we can decide. Either evening or because morning we have this class. So evening we can connect. Or weekday morning also available. So that is the timing. That will be the timing. Either evening, weekend evening or weekday morning. But the GenAI batch will start for sure, right? And a lot of content has been updated. The price is though a little bit different because here fine tuning and other concepts are not there, but there I have included fine tuning and also the agentic framework I have included. But again, it's an extensive code. So I will update about GenAI complete syllabus and the timing and all maybe tomorrow, right? Will that make sense, Kaiser? Please.
What's the need of doing it parallelly, Madam Jenny? We can do it one after another, no?
No, I have continuous batches. You can join anything. So you have all flexibility. Every 15 days, my batch starts. So you can join it. Okay. So I think you can join one after another. So that's absolutely fine. Next batch, you can join around November once you complete this, right? So Darshan, to you, I'm saying.
Yes, yes, madam, I got it.
Yeah.
Yes, one question.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have around 15 years experience in IT industry, and after learning this course, which roles shall I apply?
You can mostly apply for data science, MLOPS related roles, right? So AI, engineer, machine learning, mostly the data science related. So data science is now MLOps, right? I mean, even though it is data science, they will ask you deployment questions. So to be very specific, you can apply for data science related roles, right?
Okay.
So again, it's very narrow. So in data science, they're asking deployment question. In machine learning engineer, they're asking machine learning question. Less engineering, more machine learning. So it is very confusing nowadays. You attend interviews, you will get to know what I'm saying. I'm attending everyday interview. They're asking, for me, I am a pure core hard data scientist for last 11 years, but now they're offering me architect role. And in those related position, they have a separate round. One is obviously for this data science round, AI round, and the second round is data platform round. So what they ask is complete budgeting, how much cost it will, if I want to deploy everything related to ops. Pivoting, and one is completely on data science, like core fundamental. So there is no, it's nowadays, it's, I don't know, because of a lot of application, job situation is not like good, lot of layoffs. So they are getting a lot of demand, more than like more supply, less demand or something like that. But what I'm seeing is there is a strange pattern in, especially in these interviews where I don't know what is their expectation. So they're never happy until you are saying, I don't know, they will keep asking you. Are you getting? So that's the pattern nowadays. And from my own experience, I'm telling you, you have 15 years, I have around 11 years. And even for senior positions, they are asking me puzzles like probability question to budgeting question, right? So that is the width from Gen AI to core transformer architecture, very technical, very much technical transformer architecture, Gen AI to budgeting and costing, and then deployment options, cloud comparison related questions. So that is the width. And I think you go for any role, you need both engineering as well as AI. That's the reason if you ask me which role I fit into, I honestly don't know. Today, I cannot tell you. If you asked me this question 2 years before, I would have told you, okay, this is this, this is that. There is no difference. Today, after ChatGPT, everything is, and it is going more and more towards full stack direction. I can see it. Now, if a software engineer agent can write an entire software engineering code 80%, riveting. So you can understand where we are going, right? I'm not scaring you. Obviously, nobody can replace us. Humans are human. There are a lot of hallucination, lot of errors, but obviously headcount will reduce. Do you not agree with me? So the layoffs are because of AI. It's a harsh truth, but they will fill the position with AI talent. They are laying off 12,000 people and they may feel 5,000 or 6,000 AI talent, right? Who can build this agentic framework. So instead of 5 software engineer, they might need 2. Instead of 5 data scientists, they might need 1 who is expert in everything. So that is where it is. So in this race, I think you should not ask me what I should learn. So both is equally important. Again, I will repeat. I will tell you, okay, this course is fitting for data scientist. But I think I don't know, maybe many companies, they have changed. In staff data scientists, they're asking data engineering questions. So they don't know what they're asking. It's very random nowadays. Few companies are asking, if it is banks, a lot of data, they're asking big data question. Few companies, because Gen AI is a hype, they're asking Gen AI question. So few are expecting you to know. Hybrid means not only one cloud, 2 clouds together. And it's all messy now. So you learn as much as you can, but to the point. So machine learning, deep learning, and deployment, both you should learn. And then you will fit for all the roles, apply for all the roles. Eventually you will click any of the role, right? There is a difference. Machine learning engineer is a difference. Machine learning engineer, they want more engineering and less ML. But when you join as a machine learning engineer, you will heard about this AI term so many times. It is like your shadow, right? You go to all hands, you go to team building activity, you go to team meetings. Everywhere you will learn this AI. Eventually you have to learn. You will think like, okay, I don't know anything. I know entire engineering side, but I have to be expert in machine learning. So that is what is happening. When you are very much expert in AI, people think we are in a safe zone because we are AI. We are in AI, right? But let me tell you, in AI also, when I'm trying to switch job, and now as compared to when I was trying to switch job 2-3 years before, I can see a lot of challenges today. because the interviewer is never happy. Why this is happening? Maybe because for the same role, they have a lot of option now. Before it was not. Every people, they were trying to write the code from scratch, but now options are available. So pre-trained model. So Gen AI has automated AI maybe 60-70% already. So I think there are lot of people are also getting trained in AI. So there are lot of applications for the same role. So they are just taking the best ones, right? They are rejecting for small things. I mean, that's where we are. So I think you can fit with data science. You are also fitting with MLOps. But as I said, don't stick to this fancy role. These roles are very much changing. Today, this is one, and tomorrow the expectation for the same role will be different. So you learn the tools and concept. Focus on concept, not on roles. What is the concept? Concept is deep learning, machine learning, deployment. These are the concepts. I may sound harsh, but this is the reality. I don't want to give you any false picture, right? So that's the reality.
Yes,
So
yes. Yeah. So
it's,
both are right. Data scientist or data science, both are same role, right?
yes, data science, MLOps, as I said, see, it is 60, 40, 70, 30 kind of thing, right? So you can consider, from my side, you can consider it the same role. But some industry, they take it little different, but they want everything from you, right? See, in MLOps, they will ask, they are more focused towards the data platform side as well as the machine learning side. It's not like if you don't know anything about machine learning, you cannot crack any MLOps interview. You can go and check the JD. Similarly, in the data science, if you don't know anything about deployment, you cannot crack the data science interview also. So what is necessary? Necessary is both. ML plus engineering, both is required. 50-50, right? If you are strong in both, you are equally important, like eligible for all the roles. Starting with the data science till machine learning engineer, all the roles you can apply. And this is where the industry is going. So many of you are already good at engineering side. You learn machine learning, then you will become full stack. You already know machine learning like me, you learn the engineering, and then you are full stack, right? So, but you need to learn both ML and engineering both. Engineering means the ops side, maintaining. So it's a product, it's an application, right? So you need engineering skill set to write the code in a structured way, to package your code, to deploy it. So that is very necessary. To maintain it, to monitor it. In future, if anything happens, the entire pipeline should be automated in a way that within seconds or within hours, you can generate the code again. The model again, the output again. If tomorrow the client is asking you to generate output, maybe from completely fresh data you can generate. So that you cannot do if you don't have ops in picture, right? You need to rewrite the code again and again. And many of the things are automated. So I think it's a very much MLOps problem. So you can automate very well. You can automate, and same once you have automated 5 months task, you can do in 5 hours because you have everything in place. Just call the functions and done. Okay, so lot of talking. I think this is the last demo session. Tomorrow onwards, we will be sticking with the content, and I'll talk about basics about Python, just an overview, and I'll share the recordings with everyone. The link I will share in the chat window. You can just click that link and get the recording. Similarly, if you are non-technical, please go through Durga sir's Python recording. Take access from Durga sir after your enrollment is confirmed and go through the recordings. Let us connect tomorrow and we'll start the course, right? Okay, thank you, everyone.
Thank you.